What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and welcome to another educational, informative, just a tiny bit of pettiness episode of I Ain't Saying, I'm Just Saying with the rock with me. Listen, man, before we begin, like, share, subscribe. If you like, leave a comment. If you don't like, leave a constructive comment. At the very least, we can agree to disagree, just like Sam and I did earlier this morning. If you know me, growing, sharing is caring, so that's why we do stuff like that. It is. And I know my channel ain't that big. Like, it's my channel. I know it ain't that big. So when y'all, hey, I notice you're a small channel. Thanks, Captain Obvious. I don't know. But anyway, nevertheless, that's not what this video is about. Because honestly, I mean, I could do a video on that, but y'all know how I get down, so we're not going to do that. But today's video, more or less how you can be a good writer, Reginald Hudlin, and still do some stuff you ain't got no business doing that just leads to a complete avalanche of a whole bunch of other stuff. So, Theo, what are you talking about? Stay with me, because I'm going to explain it. But before I do that, can I show y'all something real quick? Hold on. Wow. They just going to rub it in our face, too. Look at that. Look at that. That's messed up. Yeah, so Hasbro just dropped that today. The pre-orders are up online. They got a brand new T'Challa body sculpt, face sculpt, paint. Eric Killmonger, Shorty, and Nakia. Yes, I know those because they rescanned the faces and everything like that, and they did some different stuff with the weapons and everything like that. Those action figures are going to be available for sale, pre-order, sale. You can pre-order them now, but they'll be available to mail out to you July this year. Just 2 months. Amazing how it's some stuff that we can get done that we can't do. And people get offended. I'm going to say it again. I do not care. Marvel directly addressed the Jewish community weeks before the series dropped. They even got their action figures already out there. We got action figures and still no direct communication with Marvel. I do not care what your ethnicity is. It is what it is. What I'm telling you is exactly historically how it went down. You don't like the timeline, act like you came the conqueror and do something about it. But it ain't like what I said ain't true. Don't get in your tickles because you happen to be a part of the community that's known for sticking together and getting stuff done. That's actually to be applauded. That's not an insult. That's something I wish we had. So don't get in your tithers just because I mentioned your ethnicity. Think about the context surrounding when I mentioned your ethnicity. The heart-shaped herb. Anybody remember the Black Panther series, BET? How T'Challa walked in, mask on. Mind you, I don't know how Sion did not know that was him. Because if Sion has the abilities of the Black Panther, T'Challa can't hide his scent, and he can't hide his heartbeat. He can't hide his movements. Sion is going to know exactly who the hell that is. It is what it is. But, nevertheless, Sion got beat by T'Challa. This shouldn't have been possible. Why? Because Sion's father, Zuri, beat Captain America. And Captain America had what in his system? The super soldier serum. So let's go through how the heart-shaped herb, starting with Reginald Hudlin, because there's no way in the world T'Challa should have been able to beat Sion like he did. Period. Point blank. None whatsoever. I get it. You want to do something different? No. As I like to say, you ain't got to overcook the grits. Just tell the story right. Tell the story right. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. I'll be right back. Hold on. So, the heart-shaped herb found only in Wakanda is actually a plant that was affected by a giant meteorite that landed in Africa during the BC period. The meteorite, later named vibranium, affected nearby plants as well as humans, and while most humans remained unaffected, some started to exhibit negative side effects, mutating even. Simultaneously, Bass began to make her presence known to the small tribe as they prayed to her more and more for clarity and prosperity. Unbeknownst to the tribe, the goddess had hidden the heart of Amen-Ra from Anubis on the land that would one day become Wakanda, thus unknowingly being the cause of their mutation. When Anubis gathered his undead forces against Bast and the people of the land, she was defended and the people triumphant. Gracious, she marked their leader and gave their leader the name of Black Panther and granted him the powers of the sacred animal. She chose the heart-shaped herb to act as a conduit of transferring her power to him, her chosen avatar. The man she chose was named Wakanda. He would go on to be called Black Panther 1 million BC. Being a god and recognizing the nobility of Wakanda, Bass blessed his bloodline as being the only bloodline being able to safely consume the herb. Is it applied? Is it consumed? Is it even needed? Hudlin'S run on Black Panther, as I alluded to earlier, while being, in my opinion, a good run, he had a snafu which has been basically used by every other writer since: the confusion, significance of the heart-shaped herb. In various media, we've seen it consumed and applied. Consumed over here, applied on the skin over there, applied on the skin over there, consumed over here. To simplify matters, we're just going to say it's consumed going forward, much like the super soldier serum was injected into Steve Rogers. That said, Hudlin'S run on Black Panther, BET cartoon adds to the confusion, will flat out confuse you about the heart-shaped herb, the Black Panther, T'Challa, as well as the ritual to becoming Black Panther. It's one of those things where you gotta know to care, and if you don't know, you subject to anyone can wear the Black Panther mantle. You are. That's gonna be your mindset. Let's first address the cartoon. It's inconsistent in how it relates to the physical abilities of Black Panther. In the miniseries, early on, we are shown current Black Panther Azuri soundly physically defeating super soldier enhanced Steve Rogers, aka Captain America. He did. Later on in the series, we see a young T'Challa beating the current Black Panther, his Uncle Sion. That suggests that a human with proper combat training can beat a Black Panther, which also suggests that a human with proper combat training can beat Captain America. That's not what we're doing. This mindset was established early on when Eric Killmonger was able to beat T'Challa when he first took him on in Warrior Falls. It also stated in Marvel fandom that part of the Black Panther rituals consists of the participant first defeating the current Black Panther and then simultaneously beating 6 of Wakanda's greatest fighters. Yeah, think about that, because something seems off. Based off of what I just said about the super soldier serum, Captain America, Azuri, him beating Captain America, and the heart-shaped herb. Never mind. Realizing something indeed was off, Marvel and Hudlin addressed the herb and the rituals during the run where Shuri becomes the Black Panther, the deadliest of the species. Fighting the current Black Panther was replaced with more traditional rites of passage. Instead of fighting 6 of Wakanda's best warriors, one would have to defeat 4 actual Black Panthers. Yeah, when you went to go see Bass, in front of her was 4 Black Panthers. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. The last test was a one-on-one conversation with the goddess Bass herself, which could result in your death if she ain't like what she heard. As for Killmonger initially beating T'Challa when they first got into the Warrior Falls, Marvel recently addressed this by saying that Eric had been blessed with abilities by Bass' evil sister, Sekhmet, the lion goddess. Now I know some might ask, why then would Eric feel the need to consume the heart-shaped herb if he already had the powers of Sekhmet? That's easy. Eric's character has always been written as someone who is bloodthirsty and power hungry. He'll continue to tell you it's about his mommy and daddy, but we passed that part now. He just homicidal sadistic maniac. But back to the herd, because Hudlin made sure we saw Shuri consume it prior to speaking to Bass, where she was then denied the powers of the Panther Goddess. Notice she isn't wearing a panther suit. Shuri isn't. No beads on her wrist. More specifically, Hudlin oversaw as a writer 2 new Panthers taking over, T'Challa for Sion, Shuri for T'Challa. 2 new Panthers taking over for older Panthers, yet each ritual is different. Someone is going to say, well, she couldn't fight T'Challa because he was injured. True. She also didn't fight 6 of Wakanda's greatest warriors either. Consistency is key when it comes to developing characters. And even with the same writer, we have inconsistencies when it comes to the ritual process. Mind you, this is all prior to the Black Panther movie, where Moore is quoted, Nate Moore, as saying anyone can wear the mantle. Wonder where he got that from. Where the heart-shaped herbs were all destroyed, insinuating the next Black Panther would be merely human and just relying on their smarts and or gadgetry. Wow. Going by now is the significance of the bloodline. Remember when I said earlier about Bass blessing T'Challa's bloodline? We ain't even touching on that no more. That don't even matter. So going by now is the significance of the bloodline. We rarely mention Azuri, T'Chaka, and Sion, who was replaced by someone named Njobu, even though they all have played roles in the 616 universe. And Azuri fought Cap. You saw that in the BET series. T'Chaka was murdered by Claw. Claw still exists in the 616 universe. Sion and Zuri fell
at the hands of Doom.
MORLUN, who is a main
Dr.
antagonist.
Doom, who is a main antagonist
really
for
this dude plucked Peter Parker's
you see
eye
it
out.
But he done took on the whole Fantastic Four by himself. That Doom.
That's who Sion, and watch this, Zuri, who was T'Challa's mentor, that's who they were killed by. Right? Now, mind you, Bast herself is only mentioned in passing in the first Black Panther film. She is slated to have more of a prominent appearance in Thor: Love and Thunder, which features the villain Gore the God Butcher. I cannot make this up. In the current issue of Black Panther, we have a member of T'Challa's own war dogs, Amalolo, admitting she should have killed him when she had the chance. Later, this same person has to be reminded by Shuri that T'Challa is more than a costume after T'Challa surrendered the bees. You know, the bees that have his costume in it, the habit. Now, here we go. Are we ever thinking Steve Rogers isn't enhanced by the super soldier serum just because he's out of costume and doesn't have his shield? No, we're not. My bad, I'm back. So, yeah, it's a whole lot of confusion. But if you care enough, you can simplify confusion. The Council of Wakanda, I'm proud of the Council of Wakanda. Shout out to Diana Dotto. She came to me. Well, actually, she's a customizer. She customizes action figures. And she had a conversation with me. We were already part of a Black Panther group. I left that Black Panther group because it wasn't open to people being wrong. The moderator could say what they want to say, whether it was factual or not. And if you disagree with the moderator kicked you out. I formed my own Black Panther group, and I called it the Council of Wakanda. Shout out to you, D, from D-Real. Be Real. You're gonna appreciate this when I say it. D-Real is a moderator in that group. He's one of several admin in that group. Know why? I can't do that by myself. See what I just said? I knew you liked that one, D. I can't run that group by myself. If I want the message of T'Challa to get out like it's supposed to, if I want people to be educated about T'Challa, Wakanda, Black Panther, Shuri, the Dora Milaje, the Hattusaraze, like they supposed to, I have to surround myself by people who care just as much as I do so they can go forth and educate. And that's what the Council of Wakanda is. And it's growing every day. one of the first things we tell people is be prepared to be wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't know, you don't know. Too many of us, when it comes to this character, we're satisfied with just spitting empty rhetoric to push a narrative. We're not doing that over here. So we don't mind going back, looking at the heart-shaped herb, looking at Reginald Hudlin'S depiction of it, and saying, hey, bro, as good as you are, when you did that, you had no idea what you were leading people to do. I did when I saw the cartoon. What year was the cartoon released? What year is it? I ain't asking, I'm just asking. Peace.